Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Did that just throw you back? Did you think this video was from 2016? Nope, it's from 2026. I wanted to give you that nostalgic aspect and throw it back to 2016 with like those beauty intros. I felt a little cringe sitting there filming that. I'm going to be recreating one of my makeup looks from 2016, pretty much to the T. There's a lot of products that I used in this video that I used in 2016, a lot of throwback products. They were cult classics and I feel like people don't use them anymore. We're going to be using them in this video today. This is the makeup look that we recreated. If you guys want me to recreate it in the way that I would do it now in 2026, please let me know. I can always do that as a YouTube short and we can do it a little bit better than this. But let's throw it back to 2016 and recreate one of my favorite makeup looks from 2016. I cannot believe that 2016 has been 10 years ago. Isn't that just like crazy to kind of wrap your head around? 2016 is the iconic year for makeup, fashion. I mean, like, I just feel like when people think about 2016, it's always iconic and you look back and you're like, what a time to be alive. Today, we're going to be recreating one of my makeup looks that I wore in 2016. We're going to look back at a couple makeup looks that I did in 2016. I feel like my makeup looks weren't as crazy as some other ones that I've seen online. I'm not going to say that I wasn't falling victim to the vampy lip or the bold brows. Don't think it was as extreme as a lot of other people. I even dressed for the occasion today, black top with a little scarf. And I have to be honest with you, this is already irritating me. I feel like it's like suffocating me. I'm not with the scarf vibe anymore. So crazy because I feel like if you weren't wearing a scarf in 2016, what were you doing? So let's start off with looking at some of my old looks. I posted this on my Instagram story a couple days ago because it was like one of those prompts. It's like, ooh, it's 2026. Post yourself 10 years ago in 2016. This was a very common look for me. I feel like I kind of still do this type of a look, but not as intense. I still do a wing liner, but this wing liner, girl, is thick. The brows are definitely filled in, and this lip, honestly, pretty. It does look a little patchy though, I will be honest. And I remember I took this picture, I was going right into work. This one is another one, classic glam. You had to have that dark lip. This lip, again, looks extremely patchy. I might have done a YouTube video, makeup for people who wear glasses. We have a scarf, not a bad look. I wouldn't do this today. Oh, this one. This, I feel like I did this for New Year's Eve. Where's the transition shade? Just gold glitter, thick wing, but the lip is more nude. The brows are a little bit more soft. We got a scarf on. We got a scarf, girl. Okay, this is very classic 2016. This is when I had gray hair. This was like the first time I actually dyed my hair any other color besides blonde. Look is actually pretty good. I think that the brows are a little harsh. The skin is looking good in all of these pictures. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the skin looks really good. I mean, this look isn't pretty bad. I think I look actually really pretty in that. This one, I think, is the one we're going to recreate today. That brow, I remember taking that picture and I was like, oh my gosh, the brow is eating. The brow is eating. I didn't say eating in 2016, but I was like, the brow is on fleek. The brow is on fleek. The cut crease, I just remember doing this look and I was like, wow, this actually looks so good. This looks so good. This lip, I wore this lip like religiously. I think this is one of the lips from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Is it this? If it's not, we're going to use this today. I think this look is cute. I like this color. I wore purples and pinks a lot around this time, and I just thought that it was really complimentary to my eye color. This is the look we're going to recreate today. Let's get into it. 2016 was the year for matte skin, but a blinding highlight. This Lake Rain, this is their magnetic primer. It's a blurring primer. I really like this primer. I still feel like I do my makeup still very 2016 inspired. Just a little bit softer. I never ever got on the bandwagon of like clean girl makeup. No, girl. I'm giving you full glam always. But I don't really do cut creases anymore. Mostly because I just don't want to. I'm just lazy. Should we really throw it back? We should. This is not my color though. For foundation, we're going to go in with MAC Studio Fix. This is in the shade NW15. And when I worked at MAC, you know what the weirdest thing, like when I started working there, was that NW was for people who had pink undertones and NC was for people who had warm undertones. Tell me how that makes sense. Don't you think when I think NW, oh, that must be like neutral warm. So you're thinking like golden undertones. And then NC, maybe neutral cool. I'm thinking like people who have pink undertones. No, it was the opposite. Okay. Oh, I knew this is not even close to my color. What was I thinking? Oh gosh. Though all the foundations at MAC run very orange and like yellow. When I worked at MAC, I was like, this is really hard to find my color. Oh my gosh. Okay. I wasn't anticipating this to look good at the end of the day. To be honest with you guys, I'm not loving the way this foundation looks. I feel like 2016 was the year that everyone was wearing MAC, because pretty much that's when like the beauty gurus were really getting their up and coming moment. All of the beauty gurus worked at MAC. Like if you didn't work at MAC and you're a beauty guru, were you actually a beauty guru? Do you see how terrible that color is? I know you do. I know you do. But I just want you to know, I also see how bad this color is. Next, we're going to do concealer. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible concealer just because this is like the brightest concealer that I have. I'm pretty sure I only put concealer underneath my eyes, and we are throwing it back, you guys. Also, I didn't do cream contour. No cream contour, no cream blush. Despise myself. I actually don't know if I did this. I probably did. I don't know why I'm saying that. Of course I did. Then we're going to take our sponge and we're just going to blend her out. We need this to save the foundation though, so I'm okay with it. Okay. Why were we doing so much? I feel like people started doing this from that picture with Kim Kardashian. I don't know why this amount of concealer was the thing. I also didn't put any concealer on my forehead or my chin. It was just bright underneath my eyes, which I think if we would have done other areas, it could have been a lot better. And now we're going to set our face because I didn't do any cream contour or cream blush. And we're going to use a powder for the entire face. I didn't have a separate powder for my under eye and my face powder. It was all the same powder. We're going to keep it very true and we're going to use MAC Studio Fix. This is again NW15. Old formula. I haven't had a chance to try out their new formula, but we're just going to set the whole face. But like, look at the powder in this pan versus the foundation. It's the same color, supposedly. I already kind of hate this. I'm going to go in with Anastasia, their powder bronzer. This is in the shade Tawny. I haven't really changed like the placement of my contour. Well, that's not true. Actually, I do go up a little bit higher now. I think I did my jaw a little bit. For blush, I'm going to go in with, oh my gosh, I don't even know what shade this is because the packaging. I want to say this is Blush Baby. Now I do my blush like really up here, but I did back in the day do it on the apples of my cheeks. This is why we need cream contour. Like, where's the blush? And literally this is how I would do it. But I feel like this wasn't fully blush blindness. I feel like some people had worse blush than me, but maybe not. You guys are gonna freak out at what I just found in my makeup collection. First of all, I did not set my face right now with setting spray. Normally now I would spray myself with setting spray and then put my highlight on. Just makes it a little bit more intense. Look at the highlighter I just found in my collection. Gilded Honey by Laura Geller, which means this highlighter is 10 years old. But you know what? We're still gonna do it. We're still gonna do it. I still have so much product in here. I do my highlight now. I actually use an eyeshadow brush. It just makes it super nice and defined. It puts it exactly where I want it to be. Back in the day, we used a highlighting brush, and I'm gonna use the Morphe Y14 brush. I feel like this was the brush that everyone used. I don't use it too much anymore just because it is like a nice highlighting brush, but I like the little tiny eyeshadow brush now, so it's like nice and precise. So we're gonna go right on in, and I'm gonna do everywhere I would normally do, which is still the tops of my cheekbones, but I started bringing it down here and the actual apples of our cheeks. Why? Look at the texture. Look at the texture that the highlight is doing. That's why I stopped doing the apples of my cheeks, because you could see the texture so intensely. And I actually did my chin because Jaclyn Hill did her chin. Jaclyn Hill has dry skin. I have oily skin. This is still very beautiful highlight. It's a little bit dark, I think, for my skin tone, but it's hard to tell with this foundation. It's hard to tell. You guys, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. I don't even know if this is still gonna work, but we have it in the collection, so let's use it. I still think Dip Brow is great if you use it like correctly. My brow shape really hasn't changed since then. Like, they might be like a little bit thinner, but we're gonna fill in our brows. I definitely go a little bit more natural. I don't do like the laminated brows. Like I said, like everything is still very 2016, but a little less. I just don't like this color anymore. I started using the L'Oreal Faux Brow because they have like more of like a red tint to it. And I do kind of like that because it is it's more of like a liquid that you're putting on your brows. But I found that It just was a lot easier to apply throughout the brow. And then when I set it with brow gel, it looked a little bit more natural. I'm going to go in with some brow gel. This is the same, not the same bottle, but I still used this brow gel years ago. This is the NYX Control Freak. I really like this brow gel. I don't spend money on brow gel. I'm not spending money on brow gel, girl. Are you kidding me? I'm not spending money on brow gel. I need to remember what eyeshadow this was. I feel like it probably was an Anastasia palette. I'm not 100% sure. So let me look through my collection, see what I have that's got those like purpley colors, and we'll start the eyeshadow look. I found 2 palettes. We're going to use ABH, the Norvina collection. This is the volume 5 and also volume 1. But I mean, this isn't really going to be like a tutorial. Let me know if you guys want me to recreate this like good. You know, maybe I'll do that like on my TikTok or something. I'm just going to go right in. I didn't really bring my eyeshadow too far up to my brow. Now I feel like I bring it a lot more up just to like give it like a more blended look. Otherwise it looks crazy. Go in with this shade first. Again, not bringing it up too much. And then we'll add more definition in there. Now we're going to deepen up that crease. So can't believe in this picture, like my cut crease is like the entire eye. Usually it's just like the inner corner of your eye and then you've got some shadow on your outer corner. We're going to go in with our concealer that we used earlier. I'm on the brush. I'm going to use a really, really, really small brush. I probably would have used something like this back in the day. And we're going to pop it there. And then I want to say, honestly, I feel like I just followed my natural crease. Let's set the concealer with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with the volume 1 palette because the shadow right here is a little closer to what it looks like in the picture. Spray the brush. I like to do like a sandwich. So I would do eyeshadow, then spray, and then more eyeshadow. And we're going to go right over that concealer and we're going to pop it right there, and then we'll clean it up with a little bit more eyeshadow. I want to know what your guys' favorite beauty gurus were in 2016. Who was the person you were not missing an upload for? It's like, okay, it's Tuesday, so and so's got an upload. I would say for me it was Jaclyn Hill. I watched a lot of her videos. I did watch a lot of Manny MUA's videos and Jeffree Star. I did watch Gigi Gorgeous. She was the one that really got me into YouTube, and also probably the reason why I started a YouTube channel was for Gigi Gorgeous. If you are a subscriber of mine, how long have you been a subscriber? Like, were you a subscriber back in 2016? This is as best as it's gonna look, you guys. And then I'm gonna take those purple shadows and I am going to smoke that out on the lower lash line. Then we're gonna go with some pencil liner because I always had black on my waterline no matter what. This is MAC's Smolder. Now we're going to get into the star of the show, which is the liquid liner. We have to get our wing on. I still do a wing. This one specifically, like this picture, this one I feel like isn't too intense. It's not really that big, but it is a lot thicker than I would do, especially like in the inner corner. We'll do that. We'll do the thick liner. We're going to make it thick and then a wing. Is that thick enough? I don't think it is. Not bad. Okay, for mascara, I know that in 2016, I was not using the MAC Giga Black Lash, which you guys know this is my favorite mascara for my lower lashes. I know I'm not wearing lashes because I rarely wear lashes. I don't even wear lashes now. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara because I feel like this was really popular back in 2016. So we're going to go in with this for the top and the lower lashes. Doing this on my lower lashes is going to hurt me. It's just because like it's such a big wand. I'm just like afraid. I still like this mascara, but I don't like this mascara on its own anymore. I usually will use this as well as my Essence mascara because I love the Essence / Princess mascara. That's like my go-to. Using just this, I can notice a difference that this is not doing like really anything for my lashes very much. Can you guys even notice I have mascara on my lashes? Because I can't. Okay, so the last step we have is the lips, and I'm very excited about this because the lip color is very cute. So I'm going to look through my collection of lip liners here and see if I even have like a purple lip liner that's very similar. Like actually I don't even think I was wearing a lip liner. I don't think I wore lip liner. I don't think I did. So we're going to try without it. So I'm going to go in with Jeffree Star's liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Delicious. Oh my gosh. I think this is the exact lipstick. No lip liner. I was crazy. Honestly, a very pretty color. And no lip gloss, no lip oil, nothing. We were going straight just with the liquid lipstick. We're going to finish this look off with Max Fix Plus. Yeah. And here we are, our finished recreation of a 2016 makeup look that I did. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is something that you could do now? Like I said, like, this isn't terrible. I feel like I would use some of these products again. Like, I think the eyeshadow color are really pretty. I would just do the look a lot differently now. And I don't think I would wear this lip again, though. It's not working for me. And I would do different mascara and I would blend that eyeshadow up a little bit. We would not be having highlight on the apples of my cheeks because it's making my skin texture really the front and center main character. Hope you guys really enjoyed throwing it back with me and going back in time and recreating a makeup look from 2016. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. So be part of our little family over here. We're trying to get the 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any uploads that I do. But I don't think I have anything left to say to you guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will just see you in my next one. Bye!